What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Death to the Mutants, issue number 3. This will be the final issue of Death to the Mutants, with this story mostly taking place before and after our attack against the Progenitor, the one that took the life of Thor and Captain Marvel and a whole slew of other heroes. This story is going to be mainly focusing on the Machine. The Machine of Earth has been under attack by the Progenitor. It is doing everything it can to activate the self-destruct sequence. And though the AI is fighting back with everything it has, it is only a matter of time before it fails and everything is destroyed. Now, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, make sure you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we jump into this issue, the Judgment Day has come. Everybody has gotten a thumbs down. It's not death to the mutants, it's not death to the Eternals. It is death to everyone. And the Machine is concerned that this is the end of the world. With Druig being deposed, we now have Eros of Titan, who is Prime Eternal. Now he is ready to try something new. They tried to use love to save the world in this manner, but it did not work. And so now he believes it is time to do the opposite of love. They are going to combine forces, and they will destroy the Progenitor. Now, of course, Zurus is very opposed to this. More specifically, he lets him know that we literally cannot do this. We are unable to because of our principles. But this is when Star Fox lets him know that he needs to open up his mind. He needs to literally open up his mind. They need to let down their firewalls. They are going to let Jean Grey take control. That way the Eternals can fight against the Progenitor. But she is not the only one. There are also individuals like Emma Frost who are more than capable enough of being able to pilot an Eternal. And so they stand together. They face off against the Progenitor. The assault happens. The death of tons of heroes. As the flame wipes people away, we see A.X.E going in at full force. During this battle, he does ask Cersei, "Why did you fail the test?" But she made a mistake that she is unwilling to talk about in current time. This is when A.X.E gets vaporized by the Progenitor. Cersei letting it be known that Tony Stark needs to order his retreat, that the forces are getting taken out just far too quickly. This is when we see the Progenitor. He activates his weapon. He detonates the resurrection for Eternals. The engines of resurrection are taken off the table. A.X.E will not be able to return. No Eternal will be able to come back. That is when he turns to the Machine, lets it know that it is time. It is time that you activate your self-destruct. The Machine, it tells it no. This goes against the very principles the Celestials had created. You see, the first principle is to protect Celestials. It has no obligation to obey Celestials. The second principle, protect the Machine. The Celestial wants to destroy the Machine, and so it is the Eternal's duty to resist. And though the Machine may not be able to resist forever, the Machine is going to fight back as the Progenitor takes his staff and jabs it into the very crust of Earth. This is a pain unlike any other the Machine has ever felt. That is what takes us to Avengers Mansion. We have Captain America, who is just recently resurrected, and our team, they are preparing to go inside the Progenitor. But Phastos lets them know that there is a problem. The Machine is nearly entirely compromised at this point. They need the god out of the system before them and their friends are able to defend it. But of course, he has an answer to this. That is where we go over to the resurrection engines. We see one of the Hex rising up out of the engine when the Progenitor had decided to destroy this place. Sign was the only one left alive, being almost completely done. It is still missing its legs, but it is able to crawl itself out of the resurrection engine. This is the same Hex that has been communicating with a human, but it appears that that human is dead. Unknowing to it, its connection, it was strictly because when she was resurrected, that person died. With all the other Hex dead, our Eternal, it doesn't really know what to do. It finds itself lost with no objective, bringing us over to Phastos, making his way through the machine, trying to get to the very heart of it. The machine talks to him. It guides him through all of the defense mechanisms it has in place. It is helping him get to the very heart of the machine. And for the first time ever, the machine talks to Phastos like it would talk to us, like it narrates this story. You see, the machine has always hid its actual personality. But for once, it is being true, it is being honest. Phastos is truly meeting the machine for the very first time. And so while he makes his journey, we have Exodus in New York, who is facing off against the Hex. The Hex has made its way here, but it didn't come here to fight. In fact, it talks to Exodus, saying that when they touch minds, it learned that Exodus was a knight from the 12th century. This is when they start talking poetry. Exodus asking, did you really come here in this apocalyptic time just so you can ask me a question about a poem? The thing is, this Hex, this Eternal, that is all she wants to talk about. She only wants to talk about poetry. Her sister friends of a million years, they are now dead. Her new friend is now dead, unable to do anything that would destroy this world. Currently sitting like the sword in the stone, just simply waiting to be drawn. She needs somebody to wield her, a knight of the round table. What she is suggesting is that Exodus be the one to pilot her, to use her against the Celestial. That is where we jump over to deep inside the heart of the machine, as the progenitor is very close to compromising the reality loom. He only has a matter of seconds to do what is needed, hitting the switch. This is the reset button. It is restored to the celestial default state. As Phastos tries to talk to it, we see that this reboot, it seems to have erased any personality that has been created over the million of years that it has been alive. But this gives them the opportunity to make their move against the progenitor, with Phastos trying to ask the machine if it is okay. It gives very direct responses, not like an artificial intelligence that has evolved over all of these years. It is reset to its factory settings. It feels nothing. It just is. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This one's kind of a sad issue. We are seeing the machine, the one with so much personality, with so much life in it, the artificial intelligence that has evolved into something so much more. With the flick of one single switch, all of that is gone. All of that is erased. All of that is taken away. We even see Phastos at the end, in a bit of turmoil. This is kind of like resetting an entire person. Now, we could have the argument, is AI real? At what point does AI be considered to be real? Some would say never. Some would say that when it has feelings, it has emotions, it has its own thoughts, things of that nature, when it becomes sentient, when it becomes self-aware. You could argue that this is not any different than being human, that this is no different than being alive. And Phastos feels the weight of that decision, but it was their only option. It was the only way to let our team inside the progenitor, to give them enough time before Earth self-destructed. With so many sacrifices, so many lives gone, Tony Stark's plan to restart everything, to fix the progenitor and bring everything back, at this point it is their only option. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with Judgment Day. Now, if you would like to help the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers from $1 to $50, loyalty badges to getting free comic clicks every single month. Not only are you getting tons of perks, but you are helping out the channel tremendously. If you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.